The US President Joe Biden is facing increasing criticism for not having adopted a stern position in order to end the war in Yemen. Although he hailed his latest visit to Saudi Arabia, some observers claim that the aim of the visit was to end the rift with Gulf countries and secure more oil supplies, especially with global crisis caused by the war in Ukraine. More is in the following report.
President Joe Biden hailed his visit to Saudi Arabia, pushing back against criticism of his smiling sit-downs with Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman and other autocrats while citing progress toward ending the war in Yemen. Biden described success in securing a Saudi commitment to extending a nearly 4-month UN-mediated truce, a deal that has yielded the longest pause in fighting since the conflict began in 2015. He went to refer to that example as active, principled American leadership in the Middle East.
The United States will not just aim to deter threats of regional stability. We will work to reduce tensions, de-escalate, and end conflicts wherever possible. This approach is already reaping dividends. As was mentioned, in Yemen, working closely with Saudi Arabia, Oman, the UAE, and the UN, we forged a truce that is now in its 15th week.
But with that truce set to expire on August 2nd, warring parties appear far apart. Western nations' leverage over Iranian-backed Houthi rebels remains slim, and a political solution to the conflict is not on the horizon, intensifying questions about whether the United States-backed peace effort can succeed. Yet, the stakes are really high. While the existing truce has halted most of the airstrikes and other violent acts that have killed thousands of civilians, a surge in global food prices caused by the war in Ukraine has deepened Yemen's slow-building humanitarian catastrophe, thrusting tens of thousands into famine-like conditions. And in Yemen's fragile state, every violation of the truce adds to worries of a sudden, violent collapse. Houthi shelling in Taiz, a flashpoint city, raised such fears. The shelling killed at least one boy and injured 11 other children, most under the age of 10. Pictures of wounded children and their bloodied sandals circulated on the internet, causing outrage and prompting a stern condemnation from the United Nations Special Envoy, who brokered the truce and is now trying to negotiate an expanded version. Some critics derided the White House attempt in the lead-up to Biden's visit to highlight its effort to end the war as a fig leaf for a visit that was basically aimed at healing a rift with Gulf nations and boosting global oil supplies. While seeking the international community's help to end the war is not a shame by itself, yet Yemen needs to learn not to have high expectations in that regard, and should work on it by themselves if they want to see a real breakthrough.